Yo, yo, peace and harmony family. This your guy, your messenger, your speaker, your truth teller, your lie exposer, Dead Frost. And this episode, I'm going to speak about, I'm going to let you, give you a little more information about some people's favorite days. And that's these holidays, these calendar days, aka these pagan days. And you know what I'm saying, some of us we just celebrate these days, and we embrace the traditions that we know nothing about, haven't did any research or any studies over, just believe what people say these days are, you know what I'm saying. But that could be very dangerous to the way you're trying to live, or the way you live, and could cause you to be hypocrites. Some people that believe in deeply in religion and whatnot. So knowledge is power, and knowledge is very important. And if you don't know the origin of anything, you should never participate in it or even embrace it. You don't even have to acknowledge it if it has nothing to do with you. Just like you wouldn't go to school, you feel me? You wouldn't go to class, or go in school and sign up for something you don't even know what it's about. You just, oh, well, okay, such and such said it was cool. Nah, what's this about? You gonna ask questions. Why don't you ask questions about these? We should always ask questions before you just go and follow and celebrate and participate in shit that you have no idea what it's about. You just word around town. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's a good day. How's a good day? Let me know. So I'm gonna start with like I said, most people's favorite day. I'm gonna start with Valentine's Day. A day we all may think is about, it's for love and about love. But I'm sorry to tell you, we've been lied to. Dun dun. We've been bamboozled. The original name for Valentine's Day is Lupercalia. It was. It's not a First, I'm gonna start off. It's not a Christian holiday. I don't know if any of y'all think that, but it's not a Christian holiday. It was made by the Roman Catholic Church to Christianize Lupercalia. Lupercalia was a Roman ancient festival which they celebrated every year in honor of Lupercus, the god of fertility, also known as the god Faunus. You feel me? This day consisted of fertility rites, orgies, sex with minors, and drunkenness. Yes, they sick people. These are Europeans. These are people that, you know what I'm saying, created these days, got us celebrating them. This the origin of all this. You can Google Roman festival, Lupercalia, and it'll explain Lupercus. Like, it'll explain everything. It'll explain Lupercus, the day, all that. Lupercalia. Now, this was the coming of spring on the 15th of February in Lupercal. The priest would sacrifice goats and dogs because of their strong sexual instincts. They would cut the skin off, you feel me, and drip it in the blood of the animal, of the sacrificed animal, and they ran around the town, and they would whoop women, believing this would make them women fertile. Yes, yes, they did these things. And it was said that young women would actually stand in line so the men could hit them, like thinking it'd give them great fertility. Like, what? Yeah, Lupercalia. You can look it up. This is facts. Lupercalia name came from Lupercal. It was a Roman legend that that a she-wolf nursed the founders of Rome twins, Romulus and Remus. You feel me? And then they eventually got, helped by some people or whatnot, and then they officially adopt them. But the she wolf, the nursed them and shit, made sure they was cool when they found them. The cave was a site for rituals that included sacrifice and sexual artillery rituals, in which both men and women would put their names in a jar. So like and the men would draw a name for their sexual partner. So whichever name they, got, that was their sexual partner, known as a Valentine's lottery. The twins were offsprings, the twins Romulus and Remus, they was offspring of the god Mars, who raped a virgin priest. Then she was imprisoned and her kids was ordered to be killed, but a servant woman sent them down the river. You feel me? That's how the she wolf found them, and then was aiding them. And like I said, until they foster parents came, people came and adopted them, whatnot. And back then, the Latin word for she wolf was slang for prostitute, referring to their mother. She was known as the guilty woman of the forest. Like this is they shit. So the twins attribute Rome to all of this, like Rome, and it was Lupercalia. So they celebrated. So when you celebrate Valentine's Day, you are participating in pagan rituals. Pagan rituals. This is real. This is real stuff. All your energy, all that. So if you believe in God and all that, you say that you connected. These days is bad. They got you all twisted. You know what I'm saying? Lupercalia. Lupercalia is a Roman form to worship the Greek god Pan. Pan can be traced back to the sun god Baal, a Hebrew god, and he is Nimrod, the original Lupercus. So Lupercalia, known today as Valentine's Day, was a festival to honor Nimrod in Rome form, which is paganism. That's why, pagan days. These are pagan days, it's paganism. In ancient Roman times, February was sacred to Juno, also known as Februta. She was a Roman goddess of fever, of love, marriage, and women. Her feast fell on what day? February 15th. And on this day, the Valentine's lottery will be held. So just picture, you feel me, you put your name on a paper, you know what I'm saying, and you just get, as a woman, you just, you know what I'm saying, whoever draw you, that's who you gotta get down with. That's it. You can't say no or they probably gonna kill you. Nah, it ain't no probably. You got to, because this was ritual, so you have to. You have to participate in these. Sometimes they get married after, you know what I'm saying. They get married after the time, but sometimes they wouldn't. So overall, it was a pagan festival, like I said, to honor Nimrod in Roman form, though. So this ain't got nothing to do with Nimrod. They were honoring him, but this what the Romans feel like that's how you honor somebody, a god. Now the name Valentine's, that comes from some Christian saint. There was a Roman emperor named Claudius II, and he banned marriage because too many men was avoiding the draft by getting married. Like, hey, like I tell people, the Europeans, they naturally, I ain't even gotta say it. You put two and two together. He banned marriage because too many people was, you feel me, avoiding the draft, bro. How that sound? That's little sus to me, you feel me? During that time, only single men could enter the draft, so that's why he did that. So he said, nah, yeah, I gotta stop getting married so y'all can come to the draft. Like, bro, what? We don't wanna, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? There was a Roman priest who converted to Christianity when it was a persecuted religion. So his name was Saint Valentine, and he used to secretly marry Christian couples. So after it was banned, this dude used to, you know what I'm saying, Valentine's, he used to secretly steal marriage they had. Like, I'm going against it. He was said to wear a ring with Cupid on it, which, we think, which they said is symbolizing love. I'm gonna say that they said. I ain't gonna say we think. They said that. When he was exposed, they threw him in prison. They threw the St. Valentine's dude in prison, and they beheaded him. But after that, that's when the Christians associated him with true love and marriage and all that, and associated him with that day. That's where the Valentines come from. When he was in prison, he was visited by young lovers with notes saying how much he changed their life and helped them better their love, and they love's good better because due to him, and yada yada yada. And that's, like I said, that's where the first Valentines is it come from. And when he wrote back, he used to sign it your Valentines. So again, that's where, you feel me, Valentines come from. Later, after Rome adopted Christianity and the Rome Empire failed, then the Holy Rome Empire began, and the Catholic churches made changes because, you feel me, they didn't like the open sexuality of Lupercalia. So in the 5th century, Pope Gilles, a black man by the way, declared February 14th a holy day in honor of Valentine's instead of the pagan god Lupercus. So he you feel me? He tried to change it, but like I said, these origins, you can't change the days. Like, you can't change something and just name it something and just think it's gonna be different. No, you gotta completely not even recognize that shit. So, like I said, that's where Valentine's come from. It was a rebranding of the pagan festival. They only did this to make it easier for pagans to convert to Christianity, who didn't want to give up you feel me, them satanic rituals. So the Romans just blended it in with Christianity. It's not, they didn't change it, they just mixed it in. But changing the name of a pagan ritual does not change the fact that it's a pagan ritual. Even, like I said, even trying to think of it, you're not trying to think, oh, well, I'm not participating. If you celebrate anything on that day, you are participating in the ritual. Period. So just letting y'all know, heads up, satanic. That's what y'all doing. The symbols, the rose and the cupid, yeah, those have meanings as well. The red rose, it comes from the Roman goddess Venus. She was so called, supposed to represent love, beauty, and fertility and sexual immortality, like prostitution. Crazy. And she was the same as the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Venus is the mother of Cupid, and her favorite flower was the red rose, which was associated with love because of her. So that's where they get that from. And like I said, in Cupid, he was her son. He was also a pagan god. He was the son of Mercury and Venus, and he played tricks on mortals and immortals. They often, you always see him as a little cute little boy, but that's not the case. Like, bro, remember, he's a pagan god, so he used to trick people like, oh, y'all in love, like, you know what I'm saying? That pagan shit ain't no cool shit to be part of. We shouldn't follow pagan rituals, like, because it naturally, it goes against our way of living. It goes against us. Like, it weakens us. Every year you celebrate these days, like, it weakens you spiritually. And I mean, if you don't really care about that, then hey, do your thing. But for the ones that, you feel me, care about actually growing, you gotta give up these days. You gotta stop following the crowd and be yourself. Go back to our way of living. Every day's supposed to be a holiday. They got these certain days. That's why it's certain days. Not to mention all the money they make off of it, by the way, like millions of dollars every time. You don't need a day to tell your person you love them, or, you feel me, or show them that you love them. Show them that every day. Give them gifts every day. Don't need no days for that. Now, Easter, the day most of us just probably celebrated, And first off, I'm gonna just start off with saying, think about this. Friday. What's 3 days from Friday? It's Monday. It's not Sunday. So how was he rested? Why is it on a Sunday? We always say Easter Sunday. It don't matter what day the calendar is, always Easter Sunday, right? How was it Easter Sunday when 3 days? If he's supposed to rise, how do you, 3 days from then is Monday, bro? Roy rose on Monday. What you talking about? Then another thing before I get into it is what's up with this Good Friday? Didn't he die on the cross? Good Friday. I bet it wasn't too good for Jesus. He died. That I don't think that was such a good Friday. Like, so, what you mean Good Friday if he died? Just a Good Friday because he died for our sins. I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he thought it was a Good Friday. Like, no matter if he was dying for people saying, yeah, fuck that. But okay, so I'm a so Easter is based off the moon. It's based off the moon holiday. March 23rd is the first full moon. Easter is the first full moon after the spring equinox. My fault. Got somebody pulled up. Thought I seen something outside, but what I say? Easter is the first moon. Is the first full moon after the spring equinox. Has nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing. Like I said, 3 days from Friday is Monday, so that should cancel that all out right there. But I'm gonna keep going. Easter Sunday is the first. Like I said, Easter Sunday is the first full moon after the spring equinox. So, fun fact: the rabbit doesn't lay eggs. Haha. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, rabbits don't lay eggs. The symbolism of Easter, it came from Europe once again, and it came from the Greeks. They thought new life came from fornication, meaning intercourse with people not married. They had a Greek woman get naked. This is how this is describing the Easter eggs. They had a Greek woman get naked and paint herself, and she would run and go hide. And it was a group of men, and when they, when they found her, they would all have helly sex with her, thinking this was how nature returned. Like, this is why you color the eggs, because it was a white woman, white eggs, and again she, you feel me, painted herself. That's what the colors. She went to go hide. That's why you hide the eggs. You find them. It's supposed to be so, it's supposed to be, that's supposed to be a good time. Like, you feel me. That's why you get candy and shit. Now the rabbit, it symbolizes fertility. It's the most fertile animal. It is fertile from, what do you say? It was fertile from It's fertile every day of the month except for 3. So every day of the month except for 3 days is fertile. And when the rabbit is born, its eyes is wide open, symbolizing a full moon. Eyes wide open, full moon. So that's how the rabbit and the white colored eggs, you feel me? That's and the hiding of it and all that. That's how it came to be. So Easter is basically a sex holiday. It's basically symbolizing sex. Now, some of us, you feel me, nowadays they got chocolate and everything, but check this out. When you sad, or they say when you sad and whatnot, people do what? They sit around and eat chocolate and whatnot, right? Chocolate or ice cream, but chocolate, aka not getting enough sex. So you know what I'm saying? So you eat chocolate. That's the same shit. So that's where the chocolate comes in. So now I'm gonna get into the resurrection, which was a corruption of the Kemetic spirituality that the Greeks, specifically Alexander, and I ain't going, you feel me? Now he ain't no great. Alexander the not so great, you feel me? The Europeans simply they just didn't understand spirituality, so they made up everything. They made everything literal. They ain't understand nothing. I'm gonna get into it how they made everything literal, but so check this out. The resurrection, like I said, it isn't about nobody dying, then rising back up in 3 days. It's about the moon, the changing of the seasons. The whole Bible, all the versions are copy of African spirituality. Jesus, that's Greek. Jesus is Greek. The name Jesus, that's all Greek. There's no Jesus before them. The world's first holy birth came from Heru and Haset. Not no Mary and no Jesus. That's a corruption and it's whitewashed people. The black Madonna and child, that's Heru and Haset. Now some of y'all may know them as Isis and Horus. The Jesus character, that's literally a copy of Heru or Horus, aka Horus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same thing, same difference. With the set having Heru with from a miraculous conception from the African spirituality system. You feel me? You can look back. It's all this predates everything in the Bible. It's carved in stone. The whole story, how she did it, the same way. The same way they blew the noses off of all the structures and everything. They attempted to hide this and destroy these evidence and these structures that has this by chiseling out the images and everything. It's a city called Abydos. All these is in the, you know what I'm saying? They had her, they had them, they had to find the bodies of Horus or Asar, and then they put it back together. And you feel me? Worked their magic and everything. Was able to get him, you know what I'm saying? Give him erection and everything. That's actual. It wasn't no spirit came. No, we were actually goddamn. It has her turn into a bird. She got on top of him. You feel me? Getting the seed out, getting the, you know what I'm saying? Christ, it isn't a man. Has nothing to do with a man. Like I said, they stole all our stuff and made it literal. It has nothing to do with a man. It's a spirit. I mean, it's a spiritual development within all of us. All of us can be Christ, and we can all develop and rise up our rise, rise. You know what I'm saying? Our meaning spirit, and metaneter, which the Romans renamed Christ. Your Ka is just your spirit. Your Ka is your spirit. Your Ba is your soul. Then they created Jesus from Serapis. So none of this, they just copied the stories and then changed it, like I said, changed the characters and everything. Made some of it some fairy tales, some goofy little, made it a little interesting for some people because they like all that. They've always feared us rising up and developing, which is true spirituality, you know what I'm saying, and fighting our oppressors. So they hide all our stuff. This is why you never heard of the African spirituality and they tell you it's evil and everything. They don't want you to know about it because that's what they fear the most. If we find out the truth, everything they worked for thousands of years is it's going to go down. So they took the idea and everything and they made Serapis, aka Jesus or Zeus. They took everything literal, like I said, just like the mummy and the resurrection idea. We used to mummify the body for spiritual purposes. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors saw was life as a, you know what I'm saying, a caterpillar. And then that was the cocoon or the ka rest. So life is like your cocoon. You getting it prepared for the afterlife, which, you know what I'm saying, that's when you become a butterfly. You can be everywhere drinking in heaven, drinking from the prettiest, the nicest flowers and everything. That's African spirituality. Everything was based off of nature. So, like I said, your Ka is your spirit, and your Ba is your soul. To leave in the body, then becoming a spiritual body, not coming back resurrected in 3 days, you know what I'm saying, back on, like, no. It's the corruption, misunderstanding, if you want to say that. This is what the Romans didn't understand in Christianity. The story of the resurrection with Mary Magdalene, however you say her name, they picture, you feel me, Jesus getting wrapped up. If he resurrected, or you feel me, or was going to be coming back in a physical body, why would you wrap him up like a mummy? Was somebody just waiting there for him to come back? Like, so he came back and unwrapped himself? Why did they do that? Because they copied it from Kemet and African spirituality. Like I said, we use nature for everything. We came from nature. That's why the ancestors observed it, you feel me, like the caterpillar, and described their life as becoming a butterfly. Us getting into heaven, like I said, drinking from the prettiest flowers, symbolizing heaven. So the story with Jesus rising from the dead is a copy. It's a corruption from the African spirituality system, and was taken literal by Europeans, because they do not. Like I told you in the other episodes, the pineal gland is calcified. They ain't got no soul. They don't really understand spirituality. They can't. They don't understand it. It's not. You feel me? It's not a knock. That's just how they was made. My bad, bro. You feel me? If you recognize this, maybe I could teach you some things. But other than that, I don't like they taking our stuff and hiding it. Nah, give it back. Y'all can't use it right anyway. So the part, like I said, so the part where he came back and everything is and everything that's talked about, that's carved in stone. Our original stories, everything, which came, the story of God, gods, whatever you want to say, that's the real word of God. It's carved in stone, something that cannot be destroyed. They got it. Europeans got it. It's in a museum or somewhere, because that's the true stuff. That's why they keep it away from us. On a carved stone, our ancestors had the body with one leg down and two hands up. It's called the dancing Ka, and he's dancing because why? Because he's free. You feel me? He's in heaven. He's free. The same picture of the dancing Christ. It's a copy. It's a copy of the dancing Ka. This information back in the dark ages, you feel me? If people were saying this back in the day, a little, you feel me, further back, we probably before our grandparents, they burn them, kill them, burn these folks, because they feared us. They don't want us knowing this type of stuff. It's important. They silenced me. I done had all the majority of my social medias. I'm on the fourth, fifth one. I done had to make some. They shut me down. They try to silence me. Believe it or not, I had my brother the other day. He told me he don't never see my posts. I'm like, dang, why? Facebook lowers my stuff to the bottom of y'all feed. If y'all ain't never seen me post a podcast or anything, that's why. They lower my stuff. They hide it. My posts get flagged all the time. We can't. They don't want us to know this. That's why they tell us it's evil. They tell everything. They tell us everything in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? The pyramids and all that is evil. Make movies, the mummy and all that. They try to make it evil. They fear us. They fear the truth, and they want us to fear it as well, to stay away from it. So we don't even. You feel me? Now just picture if I fell into the system, I would have never known none of this. Confidence just would have, oh well, I ain't a rapper, or you feel me, entertainer, so I ain't nothing. Nah, the Romans stole all that. Even with Jesus and with the cut on the side, they came from our ancestors during the wrapping of the mummy, because you feel me, they cut on the side. That's where they would take the organs out. That's how the organs was removed, via the side. And they stole the Romans stole that too. Jesus, he got the cut on the side. It's all stolen from the spirituality. And then they tell you that's evil. It was all stolen from ancient Kemet, known today as Egypt. Catholic churches in Europe got the truth. They got the truth. They got the Black Madonna and Child. Like I said, they got all that. They know the truth, but they tell us that it's evil, so we don't find out. Because if we start participating in the real stuff, we automatically gonna start rising. We ain't even got to do too much. If we all just knew the truth and just stopped participating in that stuff, we automatically gonna rise. Now, on to Halloween. Another one of probably, actually, this is probably people's favorite for quote unquote, this is the favorite for the kids. Now, first off, it's based off all negative energies and evil forces, demonic, satanic shit, all of it. The whole Halloween. I'm gonna just throw that out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just throw this out here. You can't believe in God if you celebrate Halloween. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just throwing it out there. You can't celebrate satanic and demonic shit and then still say you fuck with God. No, you don't. You can't. This is when all the dead will rise and all types of demonic Chucky and all this coming back with zombies and they just coming back. They killing the dead's coming back. It's dark. It's you feel me? It's foggy. It's cold. What? Now, like I said before, like, y'all might attempt to think it's just a day. Well, guess what? You can think that, but energy is real. And every year, while celebrating these days, especially you feel me, you bringing demonic forces and spirit into this world and allowing it into you and dressing up like these characters and really embracing all this. Yeah, yeah. You bringing that into you and you giving it to the youth. We giving it to our kids and letting them celebrate all these days, these pagan days, not knowing the origin of them, messing up our brain, messing up their brain. Got our black children believing in ghosts and hunting evil spirits and all this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's good to believe in them, but we don't live like that. That ain't our reality. You feel me? We are the dark. We embrace the dark. We sit in the dark. When you close your eyes, it's dark. They got us thinking dark is evil. No, it's not. Okay, now some of these what's some of these things that's associated the witch associated with Halloween. Yeah, the witch she symbolized she was the witch back in the days. They came from wickets, and these wickets they was lesbian women's. I said women's women. They were lesbian women who would trick men into thinking they were prostitutes and then had a man come over their crib and everything, you feel me, on like a date or something, thinking they have them thinking they was gonna get sex and everything, and they would trick them and they would cut off their penis, and which was making them, you feel me, making them homosexual. Cause back then witches they used to get burned because they was lesbians. So that was their way of getting back at the men. Is I don't gonna cut their penis off. So now that's making them homosexual. Now you got to burn them. Like that's fried, but I mean, hey, that was kind of smart. You feel me? Hey, so what now? And then the broom that symbolizes the penis. So when the witch is riding off, that's why she always riding off laughing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Laughing while she cut the penis. She's laughing off with the penis, laughing riding the penis. Like I said, so this is where trick or treat comes from. You know what I'm saying? The man was the trick, and the witch tricked him, or the man was the treat, and the witch tricked him. Also, the black spider is also, you feel me, involved in this. The black spider, after the believe it or not, after the male black spider, the male and the female, they have sex. The female spider would kill the male spider after. So another trick or treat. I'm gonna say it again because I kind of, you feel me, stumbled over the words. After the black spider symbolizes, it is associated with Halloween because after they would have sex, the female and the male spider, black spider, the female would kill the black male spider. So that's, you know what I'm saying, another trick or treat. All these ideas came from where? You guessed it, Europe. And the same people that gave you the Bible that actually also speaks on murder and sacrifice and rape. You feel me? So this shouldn't really be a surprise for those who really read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bible speaks about these things. All these holidays, it shouldn't be a surprise because it's in the Bible. So after me knowing these days, the origin of these days, I would never celebrate these days, any of them, and neither should you. I don't even pay attention to them. I don't even pay attention to the calendar. Ain't no days. I'm just, you feel me? I'm out here. I'm just working to better myself. I'm trying not to live by the time. I be trying not to let time control me. Like, I just live, you feel me? I tell everybody, most people don't even, you feel me, like it, but I fuck it. I gotta tell the truth. Stop, stop just, you feel me, just living your life with lies. Like, cause the white man, stop living and making your kids do stuff just cause the white man told you. Just cause the white man said, oh, let the kids be kids. Nah, fuck that. Teach the kids the truth. They ain't dumb. They smart. They geniuses. Actually, go to a baby on everything. Go to a baby and start doing stuff. Start talking to it. I bet you the baby know what you're saying. They probably can't talk back. They know what you're saying though. You ever tell a baby, come here so I could do something, and they come here, tie your shoe, and they stop. They get the time, and maybe they can't even tie it. Or you want to take your shoes off, and they take their shoes off. How they know how to do that? Come on, man. Babies is genius. They want you to be a kid. They want you to have a kid mind, a baby mind, and just do whatever you told. That's why when you get baptized, they say you born again. AKA you a kid again. You can easily be fooled with the religion lies and the whitewashed history. They want you to be baptized. They ain't got nothing to do with God. Trust me. It ain't. Sorry to break it to you. They tell you to believe in God and Satan, or you feel me, or the devil is evil and bad and all that. But they give you it in the same book. Like, how you, like, even with the lies, how you gonna say that Satan was a creation of God? You done fucked up right there, bro. So he used to be an angel. So yeah, he broke loose and then he started doing all this mess. So why ain't he just end him? Like, come on, man. Like, but the whole time they tell you that, you feel me, all this evil stuff, but the whole time, all these days and the religions and holidays and shit, they praise Satan and the devil and evil beings, and they done sacrifice and all this shit. So like, how? I'm confused. It's the same people that gave you both of these. How you gonna give me? You gonna give me the book talking about I need to believe in God and all this and don't do this and don't do that, but then all the holidays, that's what they based off of. Just all associated with Satan or the devil or whatever you want to call it. Evil, bad, weird, suspect, not right. You know what I'm saying? So, what's next? Thanksgiving, aka thanks taking. Really, that's what it should be called, because that's the day the white man came and killed our ancestors and took this land. Ain't no fucking happy Thanksgiving. I never say that after I learn the truth. Y'all got me, hell no. Like I said, it's thanks taking. And black folks need to quit being scared and quit being followers. Learn the truth and embrace it. Stop following the white man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Quit being scared to let go of the holidays. We don't have to celebrate these things. We don't have to celebrate these days. Save your money. Put your money to something useful, not these stupid holidays. Stop buying decorations. You don't know what they symbolize. You don't know what they. Stop it. You don't know what you doing bringing that Christmas tree, wearing them costumes on Halloween. You feel me? Stop doing that. That, like I said, that's this day. That's when they came and killed our ancestors and took the land. Ain't no such thing. The Indians wasn't different people. Those was Africans. So those was your people. Same people. Those was your ancestors. Christopher Columbus, he ain't no fuck them. They lied to us. They enslaved the next generation for centuries. We still partially enslaved. I don't even know if I should have said partially, because shit, the ones that claim they believe in a God, outside God, so that's still enslavement. Really. They came in, fake like they was cool with us, then stabbed us in the back. I don't know if y'all know the real story of Thanksgiving, but search that. You do all that. The real meaning to Thanksgiving. Don't just do the meaning of Thanksgiving because they got all these bots and everything talking all this goofy shit. Everything you search, do the real meaning. If you Santa Claus, do the real Santa, all that. They killed off majority of the native folks via disease, murder, and literally that's where stabbing in the back comes from. Like, in my opinion, they was first ones. They did that like a bull all throughout Africa, in the Americas, all that, islands, everything. This day is a mockery. It's not a celebration. It has nothing to do with family. They killed our family. They murdered all our family, and then they had a feast on the land. They celebrated from killing us. They are laughing at what they did to the indigenous people, your ancestors. So anybody that find out, if y'all go do the answer, y'all find out y'all Indians or y'all got the bloodline of it, thanks taken is a mockery of you and your people. Drop them. Drop the holidays. Forget these pagan days. We don't need them. Celebrate every day. Get together every day you can. If you free, get together. Black folks, Latinos, we a family. The annihilation of the native people on this land, bro. That's what Thanksgiving is. Like I said, we told Columbus the dude was a good dude, was a hero. He found America. Nah, he directed a massacre on America and the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, then helped the idea of taking the Africans west. That's how we got over here. He helped with that too. The Pilgrims, yeah. They killed all, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Indians. Like I said, those is us, Africans. After they helped them survive to get there. You know what I'm saying? After they got here, I mean. We just natural, we nice by nature. We never had nothing to be just angry and evil about. So we seen these people, we was kind of questionable. We still taught them the ways. Hey man, this how you do it, man. Stand up straight, man. Cause they came out, they was looking goofy, stanky, hunchback. You know what I'm saying? You see, they go back to it when you see most of us, you know what I'm saying, unless they deep with religion and everything and they ain't do what they had to do. But most of us when we get old, we still looking good. Like, damn, you 60? Yeah. Damn, you 40? Yeah, look 30. You see, when as soon as they get to 30, they get to bending back over, hunchback, they going back. That's how they naturally was. That's why. Like I said, so this ain't happy nothing. Europeans had turkey on this day as a feast and celebration for taking our land. It's not a celebration. This one's short. It should make you upset. Not go out and kill, but they ain't nothing. They ain't nobody. We don't see them. And not all of them, just the ones, you feel me, you'll know. And of course, nobody told you this, because why? Because they make millions of dollars off of Thanksgiving. All the food people buying, you buy the same food you eating all year, but now you just buying all of the food and be cooking all of the food. Like, they don't care about the people, they just care about your bread. They stock up. You ever wonder, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but throughout the year, it may be missing some stuff or some stuff may be out of stock. During Thanksgiving, it ain't nothing out of stock. They got everything. Why? Come on, man. Like, these things have been, like, they purposely put in action, and it's a direct part of the system. This what they like, for us to be clueless and just go with it. They don't like people like me. That's why I get silenced. Like I told you, most of my social media accounts, they get blocked. I can't post for 60 days, 30 days, 6 months. Like, not joking at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, last but not least, the last day of not the last day of the year, but the last holiday, per se, pagan day, the pedophile day, Christmas. So I don't even know where to start with this one. Like, Mr. Saint Nick Santa Claus himself, aka the burglar. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where to start with this, with the tree. I don't even know, but you know what I'm saying? But first off, when you in the hood, we ain't even got chimneys. How many motherfuckers in the hood got chimneys? Let me know. What apartment got chimneys? What houses and how many houses in the hood actually got chimneys? Second, if a fat man break into your house at night, what you gonna do? Hmm? I just wanted to ask that, you know what I'm saying? Then how he supposed to fit down the chimney and you ain't hear shit, but anyway, because you supposed to still be asleep. But anyway, okay, origin time. So Christmas started out as Saturnalia, which predates Christianity. It was a week-long holiday that lasts from December 17th through December 25th that honored the god Saturn, which included human sacrifice, naked women caroling, intoxication, and rape. Yes, all those things. So during the 7 days, it was like the movie Purge, like no punishment for breaking any laws. Like it's the 70 during these 7 days, you can do whatever you want to. And Christianity adopted this just to get pagans to convert to Christianity. So they just took it in. Fuck it, let's celebrate Christmas. Like then they just changed the name and added symbolic things. So basically, the pagans can be comfortable after they change the name. So they changed it from Saturnalia to Christmas, and then just to get the you feel me the pagans to come to be Christians, come to Christianity, and then they just added these little things so they could still basically be representing what the original thing was. And I'm a I'm gonna start with the tree. It originally came from the tribes out of Europe, and they worship the pine tree because it stayed green all year around, and that represents the Viking god Thor, and also that's actually where we get Thursday from. It's Thor's day, Thursday, Thor's day, yeah, same difference. And Santa Claus, it's a corruption of the Roman Catholic bishop Saint Nicholas, who lived in the 4th century, and he was honored by the Greeks in Latin. Also, in Greece, he was called Kronos. Hmm. Now, if you look up Kronos, and that's Kronos with a C, not a K, by the way, it'll show you images of a character eating children. And then this is because he ate his children because he feared that his children would take over his throne. So he ate them. Now, when you also see the blood, you feel me, the blood flowing down the baby, and that symbolized that's for the candy cane. That's where the candy cane came from. You know what I'm saying? The blood dripping down. Look at the candy cane. It's the red going around. Yeah, crazy how they be putting the Holy Trinity, the Holy Trinity in the birth, the holy birth of Jesus and everything. It's a corruption. It's a corruption in the stolen story from our ancestors. They create the original story of the Holy Trinity and the holy birth or whatnot came from Asar, Aset, and Heru. Then the Europeans changed it to Osiris, Isis, and Horus. So without us, there wouldn't be them. So without that original story on the temples in Kemet, today known as Egypt, telling the story, the Greeks wouldn't they wouldn't nobody they would never known this. They wouldn't have had this stuff. Like I said, the Greeks changed the names. You feel me? To Osiris, Isis, and Heru. There's it's a place our ancestors referred to, Abtu, which changed to Abydos, and this is the oldest and first holy city. And there's the oldest recording of the holy birth. It's on the walls. They got a Set impregnating herself with a czar from a czar. Not no spirit. It was actually happening. It showed everything. It showed, you feel me? Her getting on top of him, the erection and everything. You feel me? All that. And then it was used to show her she was on a donkey, and then it showed her being pregnant. But the Europeans chiseled that part out. So you feel me? You can actually see it as videos of that part chiseled out. Even though at one time they worship a Set, and when the Romans conquered them, they worship a Set. That's what the Madonna and the Black Madonna and Child is. Like that's a Set in Heru. Our ancestors did this about 10,000 years ago. You feel me? Way before it was Jesus, a Mary, a white person, a Adam, a Eve, Noah, anything. They did this way before Bible, Christianity, before it was any of that. Buddhism, Israel, all that. They did all this before that. The ancient African Kemetic virgin birth story, all that. The Black Madonna and Child is worshipped in Spain, Poland, and France. That's a Set. The Black Madonna and Child, that's a Set. That's a black god, African goddess. The Roman Christians, they took the story of like I said, of the African Kemetic system. They took the story of that and they changed it to Mary and Jesus. Now they took our stuff and labeled it and told us that it was pagan or evil or demonic. So anytime people hear stuff about Egypt, they don't want to. Oh, that's evil. That's demonic. That's, you know what I'm saying. Nah, that's, what are you talking about? The stuff that you're reading, the Bible is demonic, satanic. But the same things they want us to be afraid of, they study every day. They study and worship. The things they do, the voodoo, everything, the hoodoo, they do all that. Now, Heru, he symbolizes the birth of the sun on December 25th. Like I said, but the Europeans, they stole it, they took it literal, and then they based it off of Serapis. They took this from the ancient African Nile Valley story. Everything originated there. Everything comes from us. The winter solstice, December 25th, is when the sun is at the most lowest point, and it will be the darkest days. Like the Mary and Joseph story is about cosmology. The Virgo is Mary, Virgin Mary, Virgo Mary. The sun is Jesus, the Son of God. Everything we know about Christianity, it was created in 325 B AD, my fault. 325 AD. And when the Greeks finally conquered Egypt, Alexander not so great, and them and here, they wanted to be worshipped on the throne in Egypt, in Africa, in Egypt, not in no Middle East, because that ain't no such thing. They wanted to be worshipped like us. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they changed the names, like I said, to Serapis, and then they changed it to Jesus. Christmas comes from Ka Mes, which means spiritual birth. They changed Ka to Christ, and then if you break down Christmas, Christ Mas. You know what I'm saying? Ka Mas. That's what it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. It means spiritual birth. Ka Mas. So everybody that thought the world was gonna end, you feel me, and shit, and they and all that, they even made movies about it, talking about the birth of the sun and all that. Yeah, cut it out. There's zero proof of Jesus, a Mary, a Joseph, or anybody, like I said before, anybody in the Bible. There's no proof that they ever existed. Jesus never existed. What's crazy is black folks want to swear up and down Jesus was black, but like when you go to, you feel me, buy decorations or pictures of him, he's white. They got baby white Jesus or old white Jesus. It's never no black ones. Just because it's hella people that believe in Jesus and you feel me and believe in the Bible, that doesn't mean it's real or it's true. That's called being a follower just because you believe it, because there are a lot of people believe it. So if you gotta get back up and get, you feel me, proof from somebody else that God exists, you being a follower. Now, just because I'm saying this don't mean I don't believe in God. Like I said before, the whole concept of God came from African people. It came from Africa. Amen, that you say after your prayer, that's an African deity. That's an African God. He was always depicted jet black. That dark matter that you hear about, yeah, that's us. That's Amen. As Dr. Clark said, the Europeans colonized the afterlife, making God white, heaven white, angels white. If you're familiar with the movie or the name Krampus, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying? It said he was Saint Nick's dark counterpart. If you Google the name Krampus, you know what I'm saying? It says in Central Europe, European popular legend, a half goat, half demon monster that punishes misbehaving children at Christmas time. He is a devilish companion of Saint Nicholas. Now tell me, why would the people make movies about these things? You feel me? That's their reality. That ain't just for sales. Why are you thinking about this shit? That's their mindset. They think about this stuff. That's all they know. Evil, chaos. Like, you feel me? Y'all tell me if y'all ever have dark thoughts like this. Like, be like, oh, I want to make a movie about somebody killing children. I want to make a movie about somebody eating children. Like, bro, what? That's the creepy caveman. That's they sick mind, man. You feel me? Why they know so much about the devil and everything and all the dark things, you feel me? Like, y'all know all about it, huh? Y'all done did them things. Y'all be studying the dark shit. You feel me? Like, why they making movies about the devil living among us, being a human, looking like us? That's their reality. Like, what the fuck they be on? Like, for real, seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's universal law. They gotta put the truth out there. So y'all could think movies that's based on certain days, or like, you feel me, The Simpsons and there. Hey, y'all can think it's jokes. It's not jokes. You know what I'm saying? Orgies, rape, incest, all that. It's in the Bible. That's what all the holidays, all the pagan days is about. And they make millions of dollars off of this year after year after year. So overall, we must stop being followers, stop being slaves. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, grab our dignity back, our independence. And it's the reason why I ain't do that day, by the way. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I got something for that. That's kind of a lot. But yeah, so all these days, they're pagan days. They're rituals. They're demonic, satanic, pagan rituals. So if you celebrate these days, you are participating in demonic and satanic shit. And please stay the hell away from me. And that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jet up out of here. You feel me? And I'm out. Fuck them holidays.